Good morning, everyone. SwiftGal. We are playing some more Pokemon Shield. You may notice that we have moved to warmer climes since the last video. This is because we are hunting down some of the legendary birds. And the reason we're doing this is pretty much just because I want to do the Calyrex stuff last. So before we head up the mountain, we're going to go ahead and go hunt down the other birds. So we're standing currently right outside. I did a little bit of quick work on the side. Basically went around the wilds area and picked up items and sold them. Because we were down to our last Ultra Ball. So now we are not. We have money again. I sold all of our treasure items. Sold a bunch of our ingredients since we basically don't use camping. Sold all of our revives that we've picked up since it's a Nuzlocke and we can't use revives. And used that to buy like 50 Ultra Balls and a bunch of potions. So, we are currently standing right outside the wilds area, and we're going to go hunt down Zapdos, the giant chocobo lookalike. It should be, right there. So it is just chilling in the wilds area, and we basically need to chase it down until it gets tired. And we immediately ran into an enemy, unfortunately. Currently, my team is set up with the lower level Pokemon in front. I think we'll be okay. Ah. So yeah, Zapdos is kind of the easiest of the three to catch, if I remember correctly, because you basically just use your bike and chase it down. Possibly Articuno? Articuno is kind of similar. You just have to kind of wander towards it and then catch it off guard. But then it does this weird, like, illusion thing. Thought I was going to be able to cut it off there, and I was not. Yeah, I think the basic premise with Zapdos is you have to prevent it from getting a chance to rest. Kind of stop it. Or keep it running until it gets tired. Like that. See what level it is. 70. Okay. So this is a fighting flying type. We're gonna go ahead. Let's try. I did not actually swap in one of the people I was going to. Whoops. Well, we're gonna hope that that this works out. We're gonna go ahead and swap Beefy in because he is pretty tanky, specifically for physical attacks. Defense fell. Okay, now we know. So, I didn't actually look at its level. Okay, it is just 70. So we should be able to take care of this. But we're going to go ahead and just do a little bit of this, where we're swapping around a bit until we figure out a good rhythm, I guess. So I can't remember if it actually gets lightning attacks. It's not electric type, but it might actually get electric moves still, which is part of the reason I'm nervous about leaving Iris out front. I was intending to switch Iris out for, who is that? Our clay doll. Jared? I think that's Jared. And I don't have any X defense. Okay, that's fine. So we are definitely going second. I guess we just go with like a strong attack and see what it does. Yeah, that works. So basically what we're going to do at this point is swap out our Pokemon whenever we end up taking a penalty to defense. So if it does that thunderous kick, focus energy failed, okay. A little bit of free heal. Let's see if we can get it down to red. Sucker Punch is pretty weak compared to the other ones, but it goes first. So my thought is let's do that Sucker Punch. Should be not very effective. Critical hit. Okay. Well, that actually kind of makes me feel a little better. We got kind of lucky there, because if that crit had landed, we would have been in more trouble. Let's go ahead and do Max Potion. Another Sucker Punch. Drill Peck should be not very effective, but it's... Oh man, those crits. We'd be fine if it weren't for the crits. Is pretty much where I'm at right now. We're gonna go ahead and risk this. Do another Sucker Punch. Most of its moves, especially if it doesn't crit, are not actually a concern. Or it's gonna crit. And I am sorry, Melissa. Okay, let's quick double check what we have available. I mean, yeah, I think we just have to swap Beefy in here. And then get lucky. We don't have the defense drop anymore. We will have to heal fairly regularly here, but I think that's okay. Okay. I mean, I guess we do another Hyper Potion here and hope for an opening. This is not... I thought I was in better shape than I was when going into this. I should have grabbed a different Pokemon. Like I said, my intention was to have Claydol. And Claydol would have actually been very good for this, because it is both very good at what it does, and also not super... or all of the moves would have been not very effective. Okay, that just happened. That's 2 defense drops. We can't actually afford that. Those crits. It's really just the crits that are problematic here. And even if we switch somebody else in... I mean, I guess we can swap Irison probably safely. We need to reset those defense drops. And Iris doesn't have as much defense, but has way more HP. And now we know it doesn't have any electric moves, which is part of the reason that I didn't want to use Iris in the first place. We could use Acid Armor, but the problem is that Acid Armor doesn't actually help if it crits, and it is critting really regularly. The main thing we have to worry about with those defense drops is if it gets that defense drop off, suddenly its moves will kill even if they don't crit. Which is my main concern there. Really wishing that I had also brought in Ryan for that Thunder Wave. Unfortunately, because of those crits, we still need to heal. Yeah, realistically, this would have been really nice to have a ghost type available. That was actually probably a mistake. Oh, good. Just kind of realized that I hadn't done the math on that, and that that was still in 90. I think we're okay for one more. This is really frustrating. This is definitely a weird chess game here. Yeah, if we had a ghost type, we'd be immune to 3 of its moves. So honestly, like, Fred would have been great. I basically brought this team because I wanted to get levels, and that was probably greedy. Oh my god. And of course, reversal, part of the reason that that's hitting so hard is because reversal is based on how much damage they've taken. So if they hit reversal and then crit, it's very, very powerful. Like that. Those crits are so nasty. So it's doing 180 damage effectively on those crits, which is... So that is why I am trying to keep my HP... Like, it may seem on occasion like I'm using potions when I don't need to. It can do 170 damage on a crit, and that's with that move. Thunderous Kick. Oh, that's bad. Ugh. Yeah, we really need to swap again, but we can't. There also comes a point where we could just use the Master Ball and say this was a mistake, and then just struggle through the rest of it. Oh. Like, I genuinely don't know what the best plan here is. We don't have anybody who can take a switch-in reliably. Maybe Mike, because he's flying type, so those fighting moves won't be, or will be, not very effective. So the problem is we can't switch back to Beefy or to Iris to reset it because their HP is still low and I haven't had a turn. Okay. We're gonna try Mike. Not very effective. That was reversal. So I have to trust that Mike... Oh, that was without a crit. Basically, we have to wait for an opening, and then we're going to heal somebody else, and then we can swap back. Part of the problem with all of this... Oh my god. So he's going to lower defense, and then we're going to be screwed again. Okay, we're going to take the risk. At this point, we're probably screwed either way. Yep, that was a crit. It was basically, if it was a crit, regardless, we were screwed. So, sorry to Mike. We will get you back in. Good news is we actually have several backups, so we'll be able to get everybody right back in. Crit. Fence down. However, we used acid armor. This is actually a preventative more than anything, so that defense down wouldn't matter. I also don't know how many Thunderous Kicks it gets, but I'm assuming it's either 5 or 10. And it should be running low on those at least. And I think it gets 30... I think it gets like 25 Drill Pecks and 30 Focus Energies, so it should be good on those ones as well. Okay, we're going to just plan ahead so we can get those extra turns when it doesn't crit. Part of the problem is that when it does crit, it bypasses the defense ups. So I guess we do this, we plan ahead. For the record, I came into this with, like, I believe it was 10 max potions, which we burned through. So now, at least the non-crits are going to be better for us, because of the fact that we've got 3 defense ups, and when it hits a defense down, it's not going to matter. It basically gives us extra turns when that happens. The crits are still, we're just going to have to heal every single one. Other ones we're not. It did give us another defense down, but we still have 2 defense ups because I went 1 ahead. Let's do an Ultra Ball. I do still have a timer ball also. I should probably try that one at some point here because it has been quite a while. 180 is the magic number still, so I think we're okay. Nope. We're under our 180 mark, so we Hyper Potion. Probably gonna do another Acid Armor here, just because glad I still have some money left to recover my losses after this. Should probably also... That's really not good if it crits. Did not crit. Good. We are above the threshold. So we are going to Acid Armor. Probably could Aqua Ring at some point here too, if I get an opportunity. So now we're back up to +3 on defense. Yeah, having the extra heal would mean we have to use potions less at least. It'd be easier to keep above the threshold. 120 is about how much we're down, so we'll use a Hyper Potion. As long as this doesn't crit, perfect. we're going to use an Aqua Ring. That was a crit. So I think I feel like I've started saying this like half a dozen times and then keep getting interrupted, but critical hits bypass any defense upgrades, but they still get the bonus from defense penalties. So our acid armor actually doesn't reduce the damage on crits. That's part of why those crits are so bad. Because it ignores our defense ups, but it gets their advantage from defense downs. That's why we still need to take... Okay, there we go. This is why... So we're finally in a decent position there. Still not full. I kind of feel like we acid armor again here, just to get way ahead. Again, it doesn't actually help with crits, but it helps with everything else. To the point where if it's not a crit now, we don't have... And I think we're going to do our last Hyper Potion now. Because with the 2 heals at the end of this, we should be good. If it's not a crit. There we go. Perfect. We're above the threshold. Well above the threshold with the Aqua Ring. We were at 5. Plus 5 to our defense right now, I believe. So now it should just be, if it's not a crit, we're good. We're not going to be below the threshold again. Possibly reversal, but I think with how many upgrades we've got, we're good. So we should just be able to spam Ultra Balls at this point and eventually catch it. I never thought that the potential here would be running out of... like, it feels like our potential here is going to be running out of full restores. And all of our potion. Perfect. Finally. Little bit of luck. I'm also absolutely impressed with how long this video has gone. We're almost at full length on this. I was not sure how long it was going to take, because I figured, you know, hey, there's a decent chance this is going to be a real quick one. Oh my god. But it is not, in fact, a really quick one. Wow. That was rough. But hey, I got some XP. So the good news is, we do get to use Zapdos. We got one of our legendary birds. Yay. And we only lost 2 Pokemon in the process. Thank you, Mike and Melissa, for your service. We will bring you back into the fold. We have lots of unnamed Pokemon here, so you will be one of those once we get the chance. Your service is appreciated. that was a really rough fight. Um, and I guess going into the next ones, we're going to take that into account and bring one of our other Pokemon in, even if it is a little bit higher level. Grump. So, hopefully you are still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.